Welcome to the Tech House channel. On this channel, we will review coins, projects, and many other things related to the crypto field. So if this is your first time watching our channel, subscribe now.
And now, my friends, let's get to know Bitcoin Munari, a reimagining of Bitcoin that has been talked about. Of course, here it says the Bitcoin supply is set at 21 million, the speed of Solana, decentralized finance. Launched on December 28th, 2025. Today's leading public platforms. Of course, here, my friends, we see the total supply is 21 million and also the price of Bitcoin here. So, of course, my friends, here is the contract address. Here, my friends, it has been verified. From here, you can copy. And from here, my friends, you can read the white paper. We'll come back to it later. Of course, it's listed on these platforms, as you can see with me. Among them are Bitget, meaning Market Watch, and many, many other platforms. Here, my friends, is a reimagining of Bitcoin. Modern finance tells you about, for example, the early adopters of Bitcoin who turned hundreds of dollars into millions of dollars. And Bitcoin Munari maintains the same supply of 21 million units, but it adds speeds that are 104 times faster than Bitcoin. It supports decentralized finance and smart contracts. Also, my friends, much lower fees, 1 cent compared to Bitcoin's fees, which range between $20 and $50. Here, proven economics tells you that Bitcoin's supply cap of 21 million units has stood the test of time. And there are many other things. Of course, my friends, here Modern Speed tells you about the launch of the digital currency as the Solana SBE token, super fast speed in completing transactions, fewer transactions per second, and low fees when moving to the mainnet. It is expected to reach more than 5,000 transactions per second, with block creation times ranging around 3.5 seconds. That's over 700 times faster than the fastest Bitcoin transaction, and so on. Here, my friends, we see privacy comes first. Here, my friends, the verification network tells you that 29% of the supply is allocated to network validators over 10 years. Here, my friends, is fair launch. Here is DeFi integration. Here it tells you about the current problem with Bitcoin. Bitcoin faces speed limitations as well as high transaction fees, limited programmability, and also high energy consumption. And here, my friends, we see the solution offered by Bitcoin Munari, the Munari chain update. Of course, the fees are symbolic and also instant access to decentralized finance with energy efficiency. Also, my friends, it says it's designed for the future of finance. Here we see, my friends, 21 million tokens offered just like Bitcoin. The maximum number of tokens is Bitcoin M is 21 million. It says this token creates enforced scarcity. Asan. Mathematically enforced scarcity, which ensures deflationary pressure as demand increases, no inflation, and so on. The important thing is it says transactions are also ultra fast, that is, an architecture enhanced for privacy. Also here, my friends, we find tokenomics designed for sustainability and aimed at achieving long-term success. Here, my friends, we see that the public pre-sale is 53%. Here are the rewards, meaning for the validators, that is 29%. The total LEC, meaning the liquidity pool, as you can see, is at 20%. That is, the team allocation is 5%, and also marketing and the ecosystem are 5%. And here is the deflationary mechanism, meaning the supply consensus culture, that is also fee burning, verification, spending transactions, and many other things. And of course, my dear friends, as we can see here, we have talked about many things on the platform, as you can see with me, and you can also go in and read it here. That is compatibility with FBM, that is a cross-chain bridge, privacy layers, validator incentives, and of course, many other things. Of course, here is the white paper, which we can read as I told you at the beginning. Let's go into the white paper, as you can see with me, my friends. Of course, you can read it here. It contains a lot of details. You can choose the part you want to read. Here is the roadmap, as you can see here, about the pre-sale, as we can see, my friends. So, we've reached the end of the episode. I say goodbye to you. See you in the next episode.